guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am going to be doing a pregnancy update today. I meant to film this last week, but then, you know, life happens. Today I am 13 weeks and 4 days pregnant. It's the 27th of July, which means I'm officially out of the first trimester, which is great. So I have a lot to catch you guys up on. First off, like I cut off all my hair, so that's probably the most obvious thing. It's not really pregnancy related. It's more of I live in Hawaii and I'm really hot all the time, so I just decided to go back short. So a lot has happened since I uploaded my I'm pregnant video. I didn't upload that video until I was 12 weeks, which is kind of like an in the clear zone, I guess you could say. Your risk of miscarriage goes from pretty high rate down to like, I want to say like 3 to 4%. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But the risk of miscarriage greatly decreases is basically what I'm trying to say. So you guys saw that video at 12 weeks. Now I'm 13, almost and a half, and stuff has happened before I uploaded that video, but obviously I'm not going to put that in my announcement video. But that's why I'm making an update today. So this is going to be weeks 0 through today update. If you're new to my channel and you're just now, I guess, tuning in to our pregnancy journey, I will link down below our history with pregnancy video as well as the announcement video for this pregnancy. That way you can kind of get caught up so I don't have to repeat myself over and over, because I know it's probably boring to hear over and over. This is our third pregnancy attempt, so those videos will be linked down below if you're interested. On June 15th, I actually had a big scare. I was laying downstairs on the couch and I stood up and I just started gushing blood. So my first thought when that happens is that I was having a miscarriage, because that was what happened with our first pregnancy. It was very similar, same kind of feeling, same kind of pain. So at that point I was 7 weeks and 4 days pregnant, which was about 1 week off from my first miscarriage at 8 weeks. So obviously, I'm not going to think positive when something like that happens. My first thought was, of course, that's what's going to happen. I'm miscarrying. And I called the nurse advice line. Hopefully, you guys know we're in a pandemic right now. And the hospital is very different with the coronavirus and things like that. So I didn't know if they would want me to wait it out at home or if I should still come in and get an ultrasound to get checked to see if I'm miscarrying or if it's an ectopic pregnancy or something of that nature. They told me to come in, so I did. I sat in the emergency room forever because, you know, there's people in there that actually have life-threatening things going on, and I was just hanging out all by myself with my mask on because nobody was allowed to come in with me, and it really sucked, I'm not gonna lie. But they were able to give me an ultrasound, and basically it was a threatened abortion, aka a threatened miscarriage, which means that you may miscarry or you may not miscarry, to just be very easy on your body, and we'll see what happens. Like, they can't say yes or no that it's gonna happen. So that was not a good time. They asked me to come in to the OB clinic the next day to have another ultrasound to get checked to make sure baby was okay, baby was still where baby needed to be. And they discovered that I had a subchronic hemorrhage, which is basically kind of like a little wound. Okay, I'm not a doctor, so I'm going to explain it to you in tailor terms of what I kind of understand that it was, if that makes sense. So it was basically like a little wound on the inside of the lining of my uterus where the placenta once was, and then it kind of like left some damage that was bleeding, and she said that there was probably a buildup of blood. That's the blood that I saw. So it's not necessarily anything to be concerned about, but I was put on pelvic rest for a week at least until the bleeding stopped, and then like half a week after that, after the bleeding was already stopped. Now that the bleeding has stopped, that was weeks and weeks and weeks ago. That was back at 7 weeks, and I'm 13 now, so everything looks great. The baby looks great. I've seen the baby on ultrasound 2 more times after that, and he or she is looking wonderful. great strong heartbeat. So they don't think it's anything to be concerned about. It was just the original implantation site that for some reason did not heal properly. And so yeah, that was kind of hard to keep to myself. If I didn't have the history that I had with pregnancy, I would probably jump straight on YouTube the day of that I took the positive pregnancy test and want to like scream it to the world. But since we have this history and it almost seems like everything goes wrong, I know that sounds like a very negative way to look at things, but it kind of feels like that sometimes, that you feel like everything is always going wrong no matter how hard you're trying to make it go right. So once that happened, I got really discouraged, and I got sad because I was so excited that I actually filmed the day that I took the positive pregnancy test, and I was able to tell Nick and get it on film, like genuinely surprising him because he didn't see it coming kind of thing. But I'm very relieved that it wasn't anything too serious and they were able to get it figured out very quickly. That way I could just rest and let my body heal itself, and everything is awesome. I haven't had any bleeding since, so thank God. So other than that, if you are familiar with my pregnancy history, you would know that last pregnancy I had eclamptic seizures. I had preeclampsia, which progressed to the more extreme version symptoms of eclampsia, which is basically just the seizures that follow the high blood pressure and other things like that. So I have now started, I think I'm 2 weeks in, on 80 milligrams of aspirin per day. So far, I feel fine. I feel normal. From what I understand, all that really does is it thins your blood, which, of course, if your blood is thinner, then your blood pressure gets lowered by the medication. So far, I haven't had really any cravings. I would say I'm just now starting to eat normally again. The morning sickness was absolutely horrible, and it just now started tapering off about 5 days ago. So I'm glad that it's tapering off. But with all of that, I haven't really gained any weight this pregnancy. If anything, I've lost weight. I think, I'm trying to think what I weighed the other day. I'm still about 3 pounds down from my starting weight of when I first found out that I was pregnant, but I'm up a little, like maybe 1 pound from the morning sickness phase, because I've actually been able to eat for like a week. Before then, I was just living on bubbly sparkling water like LaCroix and saltine crackers, because absolutely everything is disgusting. But I will say things that I have been enjoying so far have been Cheez-Its. What else? I'm trying to think. Hot fries. I know these are such healthy cravings. What else? Ice cream, pickles, but that's like see, I don't think that's like just because I'm pregnant. I think that's because I love pickles and I like them regardless. I just think I probably like them extra because they're delicious and salty, and I love salt. It seems like that's like my go-to when I'm pregnant is salt. Thing that I'm very excited about, which is on August 1st, we're going to get our gender ultrasound. It's not through our doctor's office because they don't do that until the next ultrasound I have is the anatomy scan, which is at 20 weeks. And I don't think I can wait that long. I'm way too excited. So we booked an ultrasound at a little place that this is literally what they do. Like you pay them and they give you an ultrasound kind of thing. So we got like the gender package, and we're going to have them put it in an envelope. And even though we're very, very far away from all our family, we're going to do like a live video with them finding out the gender together. I will make sure to record that. I'm very excited. So far, my husband thinks it's a girl. My son thinks it's a boy. And I have no idea because I literally have no idea. Last pregnancy with Jensen, I had a dream that it was a boy. And that was actually right around this time. We found out Jensen was a boy at 14 weeks. Our ultrasound, I will be 14 weeks in 2 days. So I have to be 14 weeks or over to look for gender. So we're very, very excited about that. Honestly, I don't really have a preference on what gender. We, of course, have a full nursery of boy clothes and shoes and things like that, but thankfully our nursery is very gender neutral. It's gray tones and animals. That's pretty much the only thing that it is, because regardless of it if it's a boy or a girl, I wanted to do more of like a Noah's Ark type theme, since this is our rainbow baby. And Jensen was our rainbow baby as well, so his nursery was going to be Noah's Ark theme too. So everything that we have is animals and gray, white, black. That's pretty much the nursery as it stands right now. So if it's a baby girl, we'll probably just add some pops of color in there, maybe some light pink or light yellow. But yeah, I will show you my belly real quick. And I think that's all I really wanted to talk about today. If you have any questions for me, you can just leave them down below in the comments and I would be more than happy to answer them. Oh, also baby is the size. What is the baby size of right now? So baby is between the sizes of a lemon and a peach. So a little bit bigger than a lemon is what we're gonna go with. Almost the size of a peach. So the median of these two, we'll just say like 3.2 inches. One, two. That's probably not accurate, but it's close. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can see more videos like this. Also, thumbs up this video if you liked it. As well as please leave a comment down below on any videos that you may want to see. I'm really down to do anything pregnancy related, family related, things like that. Let me know if you guys want my husband and I to do the old wives' tale gender prediction test, because I will definitely do that. I've been looking into it and I think it's really interesting. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.